13th of August 2025. We say good morning to you wherever you're watching us from. Thank you so much for joining us. It is City Stand once again and Michael Adekunle. All right, to Lucky, good morning to you. Welcome. Thank you for joining us. To additional Bada in Finland, we say good morning to you. Gladys Oyabo is also there. I can see Gladys Oyabo. We say good morning to you from City Stand. All right, reaching you all the way from Lagos, Nigeria this morning. We have the New Telegraph newspaper here, as well as Vanguard newspaper. What are we going to be discussing on the front pages of these papers? Very important stories. Yeah, very, very important stories. But before that, I need to quickly express my profound gratitude to all esteemed viewers on this platform for their support and contributions. We say thank you from the crew, from City Stand. We appreciate you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your daily support. All right, the front pages of these papers, like I said earlier on, different stories are here to be discussed. Let me quickly go to what the governor, I mean the incumbent governor of Anambra State, Soludo, said about President Bola Tinubu. He said that he has no regret supporting President Bola Tinubu the election, he has no regret declaring support of President Bola Tinubu that they've been friends for 22 years. And you know what it means for someone to come out to openly tell us that he's been friends with the president for 22 years. It speaks a lot. It means a lot. All right, in the news also, the governor of Niger State, Bago, has declared support for President Bola Tinubu ahead of the 2027 election. Bago has also declared himself the Director-General of the campaign for President Bola Tinubu as a self-imposed position, yeah, self-acclaimed position or given to himself. That's Bago, DG of Tinubu's campaign for 2027. All right, all these are still on politics amid insecurity. We see governors declaring support for President Bola Tinubu. What should they be focusing on? Is it 2027 election or governance and insecurity in the country? We shall be looking at all this together as we proceed on today's edition of the program. The 13th of August 2025. 2027, I won't deny Tinubu. We've been friends for 22 years, says Charles Soludo. I won't deny Tinubu. We've been friends for 22 years, says Soludo. I'll move down to page 6, 16 inmates, Adc-Wadada's breach, Kefi prison. 7 rearrested. This is on page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. Go on. Abdul, all the way from Asurok, Abuja. We say good morning to you. Welcome to the program. Ibom Air Fracas. Comfort begins live at Kirikiri. NBA weighs in, that's the Nigeria Bar Association, weighs into the matter. Ibom Air Fracas. Comfort begins live at Kirikiri. Prison. NBA weighs into the matter. As witness explains what triggered rage, NBA condemns lifetime ban on passenger, pledges legal support, alleges breach of a fundamental rights, calls for independent probe, disagrees with IBOM, Air, AON, NCAA on fly or no fly live ban. Kwam 1, Comfort's case, not same, says NCAA. Peter Obi questions due process in passengers lifetime ban. Selective justice is no justice at all, says Labour Party. Senate to investigate recent airline passenger face-off. All right, we'll move down to page 8. NMA raises alarm over mental health crisis among doctors. I'll move to page 6 of the Vanguard newspaper. Article, ADC condemn Tambuwal's arrest, say EFCC now political. To discuss this issue yesterday at the stand, I'll move down to another protest staged by the publisher of Sahara Reporters, talking about Omoyele Shore. This is on page 9 of the Vanguard newspaper. Shore leads protests to NYSC headquarters over unjust treatment of corps member Uchi Ugwamaye. Shore leads protest to NYC headquarters. All right, then SDC seals deal with 4 new operators to produce 400,000 MT of sugar annually. Vice President Shetima to investors. What was he saying? This time around, it's time to invest in Nigeria. This is on page 10 of Vanguard newspaper. And the last paper I have here with me, the New Telegraph. What's new about the New Telegraph this morning? Good morning to you, Vinko Mike. You're welcome to the program. Thank you for joining us. Criminally smart politicians now declaring assets before acquiring them. Criminally smart politicians now declaring assets before acquiring them, says Olukoyede. And we have the picture of President Bola Tinubu here with me, the picture of President Bola Tinubu with the Director-General of NAFDAC, Professor Moji Adeyeye, during a visit to the President at Presidential Villa. I'll move down to 2027. I have not seen anyone better. I repeat, I have not seen anyone better than Tinubu in ADC. I'm not the one saying this. This is Senator from Nasarawa, Wadada. On this, Wadada, on this, he has not seen anybody better than President Bola Tinubu in ADC, which means the likes of Atiku, Obi, Amechi are not better than President Bola Tinubu. They can't outperform the president. That is what he's trying to tell us this morning at this time. You're welcome, gentlemen. Mike, as well as Femi. Thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. We say thanks to all our viewers across the globe. Thank you for always being there, for us. And my anonymous helper yesterday, I say thank you. May God continue to bless you. And all our helper on this platform. Start from Mrs. Tina, King Gary, all of you are wonderful. Mrs. Asibebe. We wanted to remember there's somebody on this platform.
Okay, you've not been calling his name for some time.
I remember that name. Yes, Mrs. Majakodrumi or Mr. I don't know, Mr. Okay, but I wish her to be. I wish him to be Mrs. Please, Mrs. Majakodrumi, wherever you are, please, we miss you, and all of you. We say thank you very much for always being there for us.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate all our esteemed viewers across the world. We appreciate your support on this platform. Please like, comment, and share. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you for remind them to do that. It's very, very frustrating sometimes when we watch 200 plus people watching. You will be seeing 30 like. I don't know what it costs to just press that liking button. I don't know why it's so difficult. I beg, please help us like. The more you like, the more YouTube will be promoting this. The program. Thank you very much.
All right, please share, like, subscribe, and comment.
You see that comment? We don't need to beg them for comment. There's some of them. In fact, they try for comment. This comment, but you see that share and like, please. It's very, very important. Thank you.
All right, I can see Ezenwata, Liverpool there. Good morning to you, Ezenwata. Welcome on the program. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. Muki, great. It's been a while. How you doing? Kate Perry, how you doing? Baba Yaga Yagali.
The Yaga.
Yeah, I think he was here yesterday.
Yeah.
He was at the stand with us yesterday.
Okay.
He was standing behind.
Stand behind.
Yeah,
I don't. It is GOA. I want to see GOA.
He has declared himself the DG for the 2027 presidential election of Tinubu. He is now the DG. He has imposed himself.
Wow.
Who am I talking about? Bago of Niger State.
Oh, wow.
I said it all. That he's now the DG campaign for Tinubu 2027. What do you have to say?
Well, somebody should not be surprised with what is happening now because Mr. Tinubu has settled all those governors. He settled them where they drink water. They drink water to the extent that Mr. President is affecting them. Wet the grass. Wet the grass now. Wet the grass.
Softly
telling them wet the grass now.
Because he's used to this.
We know what he's doing. So I'm telling you now, hardly you will see any governor in this country now that will not have affection for President Bola Tinubu because he has like times 3 of allocation is what they are receiving now. Most especially if your election now or your re-election now fall into off-cycle, election as a governor, okay, you have to visit Abuja. Adeleke has visited Abuja. Soludo just visited Abuja. You have to negotiate. Otherwise, that your re-election may not come. True. So you have to. I promise, Mr. President. I promise you presidency. Election. Then you will promise me my governor. I think that is what is reigning now. Otherwise, okay, that your off-cycle elections is like this. In Osun State now, you cannot see them that they have a very one strong contender from APC. It's like they just keep them like they did in Oyo. Oyetola said he's not interested. So if they don't use Oyetola, we have not seen any serious candidate coming out from that place. So anybody coming out from that axis in APC, you will know that they just want to use him to, just to fulfill all the righteousness. That's what is raining now.
Gentleman Mike, I believe this is a time for them to focus on governance and insecurity. Of course, these are issues that are affecting our daily lives. Insecurity. Yesterday, some people were killed in Benue State. A few days ago, same thing in Benue State. Talk of Samfara, Batu, no, everywhere in the country. Why are they so much about 2027 election?
Unfortunately, that's where we are as a nation, and our politicians are not also helping matters in terms of, just as you said, the focus now that we still have close to 2 years before the next general election. I think it should be more of governance, people seeing the dividends of democracy, as it were, people's life being affected positively so by virtue of government policies and all of that. But for now, I think we are not seeing much in that direction. Politicians are worried more about the next election in 2027, and they are already putting strategies in place. Unfortunately, those strategies are not about whether the people really want to go in that direction. It's about negotiation, just as FM said. People go to Aso Rock now to go and negotiate their way out. Hello, just leave the second time for me while I also give you my support. Irrespective of the party, we see PDP doing it, despite the fact that it is APC that's in the saddle. So those are the kind of politicians we have. It is not really about what the people feels or whether the people want us to come back or not, or let us show our scorecard at this point so that we can earn the people's trust to come back. That is not what is going on now. It's about, let me negotiate with somebody that can affect me, that can prevent me probably from coming back. And as soon as I do that negotiation, what the people feels will just be secondary. So that is kind of politics we play. What the Bago statement as to the self-imposed DG that he made himself, he didn't really want to wait for any appointment. He has already declared himself as Director-General for Tinubu 2027 campaign. I think he's only putting his money where his mouth is. That is a man holding both the knife and the yam at the moment, and he feels that this is where butter is being added to my bread. So why not? Why can't I declare for him, irrespective of whether anybody is coming out from my family? It will not matter to him now. So politicians generally, that is about interest. I mean, just to put it straight, that is where his interest lies now, and he's just making it known to Nigerians.
All right, on the aspect of Governor Soludo of Anambra State and support for President Bola Tinubu, he said it yesterday that he has no regrets supporting President Bola. He can never deny it, and he can never deny Tinubu because they've been friends for 22 years. But it seems friendship has become basis for political support in Nigeria. Does his open show of loyalty compromise his role as governor of the state?
Not at all. For me, he has every right to declare for whosoever or whichever direction he chooses to go. For the fact that he's the governor of one of the states doesn't mean that he doesn't have his personal rights. Don't also forget his opinion may not necessarily be the opinion of the states or the people of that state. So he has simply declared his own personal opinion, which he has every right to anyway. But that might be completely different from what the ordinary people in that state feels. And that's the way I see it, Michael.
Support for Tinubu and not Obi, who hails from that state. Why?
Of course, somebody should not be surprised with what we are seeing now. It's a matter of interest, like Mr. Michael said. It's not about maybe somebody is from my family or whatever. Even despite that Tinubu is a Yoruba man, we still see some Yoruba people that they don't support him. Yadebanjo openly declared that it is turn of Igbo, the thing should go to Igbo side. So it's a matter of interest, and because we are all in Nigeria, and anybody can declare support for whomever in wish. So I don't want anybody to single out Soludo maybe as a betrayer or anything. It's a matter of interest. It's a matter of interest, and I'm not surprised with that one. Apart from that one now, The same thing that is raining. Like I said, it's about if your, election fall into off circle, okay, you have to visit Abuja. So if you visit Abuja, that time, Mr. President will guarantee you, anyway, we don't have problem with you, but you have to do something. But one thing that Mr. President is supposed to know is that governor is just one person in the state, and it's not every governor that we have. How will I describe Wike? It's Wike, okay, potential to rig election anyway, but it's not every governor that we have that kind of energy. Wike has energy, and he can go to any land. So it's not all the governor that can do what Wike did in 2023. So all these governors that are coming out to show their solidarity for Mr. President, Mr. President should also know that it's not guaranteed victory in their state. They can only try. The only thing I know about Southeast in 2037 is that Tinubu scored around 5% in 2023. Maybe by 2027, we'll be able to score maybe something like 10%. Let's look at it, because there is no way Obi will contest and Tinubu will see more than 10% in the Southeast. That one is sure. And Tinubu himself know. So all this game of hide and seek, they understand each other. Ayagboni, Ogungbe no gbon, Ayantiro, Ogungbe no bere. So both of them, they understand each other.
If he told us that they've been friends for 22 years and under his watch, people are dying. Insecurity still persists, inflation in Nigeria, economic meltdown, all of that, all other challenges. Does it mean that Soludo is not seen from the angle of the Nigerians?
This situation has always been what we have been experiencing in this country for a very long time. Since let me start from when we, enter into this democracy. We will see that things are not going well, things are not going fine, and what we will see, governments, what they will concentrate is about the election. We see the desperado coming out that this coming election is going to be a do or die affair. So it has always been our, modus operandi. When we, even irrespective of anything that is happening, you see that election is what you receive important. Even when Jonathan was dead, when Boko Haram almost finished everybody, what people concentrate, and even some people even politicize it. They politicize insecurity. So these people, what you are trying to say is that it doesn't concern them. They don't care. They don't care, irrespective of anybody that died, irrespective of any noise you want to make. You see, the worst part is this Mr. President that we have. Tinubu don't care about whatever anybody want to say at any corner. He doesn't care. He doesn't send anybody. Look at that case of Tambua. I'm telling you, the man will have negotiated. You say, okay, they just show him one of the little powers. You see, you want sleep here. So this is the kind of situation we find ourselves. Well, you do, how many weeks do you need? 1 week, 2 weeks. It depends on your negotiation, but you know that you have case. So that's what is raining now, and that's the worst situation we have find ourselves. These people, they don't care, irrespective of anybody that died. Government must just continue.
Was that arrest politically motivated? Because according to ADC now, it was politically motivated. Was it really politically motivated?
So beyond whether it was politically motivated or not, I think we should not also lose sight of the core issues. I think the critical question should be that the Tambua mismanaged funds. The Tambua stole money. I think that question should be direct, irrespective of the fact that whether it is being used politically. It will be used. That is politicians for you. But the critical question should be that, did you steal money
or not?
So if you stole money, if you need to go to jail, so be it. Whether it has political undertone or not, no. That is another I think kettle of fish. The critical question is that the Tambua stole money while he was in office. Did he mismanage funds when he was in the office? And so a politician will use one thing or the other to get at their opposition. That one is sure. But we shouldn't lose sight of the critical question.
All right, let's quickly rush down to the comment section and see what our esteemed viewers saying. Our lovely viewers. I have Kingsley James saying Jonathan had 24 governors, but he failed in 2015. That's the former president. Had 24 governors, but he failed in 2015. 15.
That's facts.
Yeah. We have Omar Kosola Ashibebe saying good morning to every one of us here.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Vinko Mike is also here. Say good morning to the crew. Good morning to you, Vinko Mike. You're welcome. Welcome. All right. You see for Young, let the Igbo deal with Soludo and let him know that it is the people that voted, not Tinubu.
Yes, that absolutely. What they need to do is just to disgrace him with their votes that day. Maybe at in Anambra, maybe APC, maybe something like 2%.
Can he be disgraced with their votes?
Yes, they
Remember
can.
what Amiki said of recent?
I've told
That
you.
Obi's
Let me.
results was manipulated.
It's not the governor that we have that kind of opportunity. Number one. Number two, we are different in our own state. Each state is they are peculiar in their own way. And number three is that people should also not go and sleep because I will say after all the votes will not be counted. Please go and do research on how to protect your votes that day. That one is very, very important because if you say because there are so many armed robbers in the area, don't let me kukuma close my door. So, maybe armed robber day now. If they want to enter, let them just enter as easy as possible. But let us find a way, please find a way to protect your vote on that day so that at least you give them some blow.
All right, merciful God. Oh, this guy is a real journalist. Hello. Oh, okay. I think he's talking to you and Mr.
Maybe not. You are the journalist.
GOA on board is with us at Ogba. Yes, GOA. You can see GOA there.
Joey.
How far now?
Yes, I'm Mr. GOA.
100% politics, zero governance. Thanks to Jagaban.
That's right.
100% politics, zero governance, which means he has not performed. Is that what he's trying to say?
He's right.
But he has also thanked him at the end of that.
Yes,
Oh, yes, thank you.
yes.
Oh, okay. This is the comment of mockery. All right. Moving on to Vinko Mike. Soludo is dancing dancing because of an election that is coming. All right. Does it mean that Tinubu will be favoring in the Anambra State election?
Yes, he needs.
Is it possible? Does he need the help of the president?
He need it. You
To
see,
become victorious in that
all
state?
of them are afraid of Tinubu now. They are afraid of. All of them. They are afraid of. When we talk of politics in this country, they are afraid of him. Number
Why
one,
would
number
they be
two.
afraid of
Number one, number two. You see this.
Is
Tinubu.
he not the governor of the state?
The governor of a state. Okay, is Fubara not governor of a state? I'm asking you. And where is Fubara now? So all of us, you know where we are now. Now, you know now.
Where?
Let me tell you. So a president like Tinubu people need to be afraid of him. Let me tell you, people that you need to be afraid of is somebody that doesn't fear God. You see, people that don't fear God, fear them. Because somebody that don't fear God, he can do anything.
So Tinubu no fear God.
No, I'm not saying he doesn't fear God, but I'm saying if you see any reckless man that can do anything, okay, you see a madman that carry cutlass.
Are you abusing our
No,
president?
I'm not abusing you. Okay, when you see a madman that carry cutlass, are you going to be dancing around him? You are not going to be dancing around him. You know that this man don't send. All of okay, all of us we cry, Fubara, up to this moment, Fubara still, he's still floating. So when you have a president that doesn't send, he doesn't care, he can do and undo. He removes subsidy, all of us, we die. We cost him. He go to, what do they call it? Electricity. We cry up to this moment. Have you seen the house of our Minister of Power? Adelabu? The mansion. I'm sorry to digress, but you have to go and watch the documentary of that house. It's a documentary.
Massive one, right?
Okay. I'm not sure you will find like 2 of it in Ibadan. So, like we're saying, they know that this Tinubu can do and undo. So that's why maybe some of them they are afraid of him. And besides that, you see, this Tinubu, he has rooted too much in this country. When you talk of corruption, when you talk of politics, when you talk of business, when you talk of tell me any area, there is no any, banker mogul in this country that is not connected with Tinubu. You said it's Tinubu, that one Tinubu. So the man is so rooted, the connection is too much. So it's like I don't know how to describe the situation. When we find Tinubu as the president of this country, everybody needs prayer.
If I do Noble is saying that the ADC is the association of dirty citizens, what should we say of uh, the people that are criticizing the APC? Now, let me read out what it says. ADC, the Association of Dirty Citizens, Tambua should go and clear himself. Article 2 asks questions to answer. What questions?
All of them will become dirty very soon. The next time it's going to be David Mark. They are planning. They are looking for. They are looking for one way or the other to invite David Mark as well. They are going to dirty them, even if they are not dirty.
Which means the APC is using EFCC to get this. Michael.
That has always been the case from the time that the EFCC was created. I think during Obasanjo regime, every president has always used that institution as a political tool to get at their opponents. So, unfortunately, so. But whether rightly or wrongly, because of the fact that most of the individuals involved too are not clean, they get into that trap, and it is very easy to make use of the FCC to really get at them. So unfortunately, it will look as if EFCC is simply doing their job, but there are always political undertones from inception. It's not peculiar to this administration. It's always been there.
All right, thank you so much, gentleman Mike. I really appreciate your contribution. Let me thank you so much. All right. Mr. Vincent, good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Mike.
Oh, yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, our ever revered and esteemed global audience. Say good morning to you all. Good morning to that woman, Olubu Sola Ashebebe. I think whenever we are greeting the men folk, we should also remember the women too, like Mrs. Tina Ashebebe, Buki Astrop, and the like, Queen Esther, and and the likes. We still remind you, we remember you people.
Perry.
Kate Perry,
and the likes, like you
and
said.
the likes. So we say good morning to you all.
Oh, yes.
Yes, good morning to everyone. God bless you all. Those who have been very consistent with us and who have been supporting this platform in one way or the other. I wish you many happy returns in your endeavors.
I thought you already say I wish you happy new year.
Yeah, because today is a beautiful day. It's also a new beginning, but I will celebrate them because they celebrate us. I will bless them because they bless us. And that's the way to go.
All right, he has been released after one night of detention. 1 night, of detention. Tambua has finally been released. The ADC, that's the African Democratic Congress, said that arrest was politically motivated. What is it? Your take on it?
Very clearly,
Very.
yes, it is. And we are trying to muzzle the principals and the coalition forces, and it's also good. I said it yesterday. That tells you how influential northern politicians are. Given to compared to what we have here in the south, they have a way of going about the issues like this when it matters. Look at the speed at which Tambua was actually released. What happened to the former governor of Delta State in that regard? Just Okowa, just a little threat, and you see them running over up and down at the end of the day. So, and everybody at this point in time, I need to understand. But I think the government should be able to do more on their image. Bola Tinubu should be able to do more on the image of his government. I don't think they are getting it right. Some of these things, he has created a kind of enmity now, and EFCC too. There's nothing they're going to tell us whether they stole. All of them stole. Odjo Okalo said every billionaire you see in Nigeria today, who is a politician, stole public money. I think he made it very clear when he was having an interaction with the publisher of Ovation, Dele Momodi. He said it's very clear. They stole money. They know they stole money. All of them steal. So, but the fact now is, for you to direct your EFCC to Tambua, for me, I think it is a political attack, on his person. But you can see how everything worked out. He has been released. He has been released, and if actually Tambuwa was corrupt, we do not expect that he should leave him off the hook, in just a matter of less than 24 hours. It's already there. So it tells you that he has what they have too, and he's a powerful figure from the north, and they cannot be able to do anything, So that what you just saw, if I were in the position of Bola Tinubu, I would have been getting more advice on issues like this instead of creating a time to make friends, not to create an impression that your government is already being squeezed as a result of the presence of opposition principals, who are trying to make sure you do not return to power. Tambuwa, if you look at him very well, is a force to reckon with when it comes to northern political forces. You can't just wish him away like that. So I would have advised to this extent, if Tinubu is bent on, for checking former governors or even those who are serving currently now, there should be a way to do it, so that you don't create the impression that you are not fighting corruption, you are just attacking or fighting, opposition figures who are already, emerging in their respective strength to make sure that they stand face to face with you ahead of 2027 election. For me, that's the way I see it. Unfortunately, we are not going to see any other thing apart from what they have done now. But if there's a situation, he was diplomatic about it, maybe the EFCC would have invited her, but since they know they don't have anything, he's going to go free at the end of the day. Why creating impression, this kind of impression? So it also goes a long way to how an average northerner will perceive what is happening now. They're not going to see it as if you are fighting corruption. They're going to see, that you are just afraid of the reality on ground.
Can we expect more drama from the EFCC?
You see, EFCC before the now, when he took off as a body, Nigerians were hopeful that the anti-corruption crusade then was heading somewhere. But up to the now, you and I can see that the instrumentality of EFCC is only geared towards the opposition. I'm not surprised that Tambuwa was invited, even though you and I know that nobody is a saint. But when we look in terms of reality, nobody, because until proven beyond every reasonable doubt, before a competent court of jurisdiction, before you can allege somebody that he or she is corrupt. I don't like the inelegant way that instrumentality of that office is being used in which hunting their perceived opposition because of political experiment. I want to believe that in this part of the globe, I've said it on this platform, propaganda is also a tool that politicians use to cut some kind of relevance to themselves, either negatively or positively. I mark you, I'm not making case for Tambuwa. Tambuwa and every other governors that once ruled before him and after him have one case or the other to answer. But this is a country whereby whosoever found himself in power will try to protect his own. I want to believe that you remember before the now, when Okowa, the former governor of Delta State, was also being alleged to have stolen so much money from the coffers of government. Because of that, he was being smart enough to join the moving train, which is the APC. I stand to be corrected though. Up to the now, he has not been found, or rather being taken seriously on investigative play to see how much he has really embezzled. I did mention on this same platform that profligacy of this government is unprecedented in the annals of this nation. And when you look at all the dynamics happening in Nigeria today, you see that everything is like a comedy drama. That's my take.
How do you describe the statements of Senator Wadada, the senator representing Nasarawa's West Senatorial District, that nobody can outshine President Bola Tinubu? There's no one like Tinubu in the African Democratic Party. We have the likes of Atiku. Don't forget, likes of Atiku, Amechi. How would you describe this statement?
Anybody can self-acclaim anything.
Did he assess them from an objective view?
Not what I'm saying. Everybody can claim anything at the end of the day, depending how your interest is being factored in. But the generality of the story we are talking about, Tinubu's presidency, his government, his leadership, and everything. I don't think that an average Nigerian, millions of Nigerians, want to agree with that submission. It's not only him. I think one other governor too has declared himself.
Bago of Niger State.
Yes, the DG. Nobody made him DG, but he has. he has accepted. Yes, he has accepted that he's going to do that for Bola Tinubu. So when you see politicians sounding like that, I believe that Bola Tinubu should be very careful, given what the former Minister of Sports, Solomon Dalong, put to the public space a few days ago, where he said that the ascending people, there are people who are decamping to ABC, are working for them. People who are making some kind of statement over trying to romance Bola Tinubu in that direction are also working for them. That they send them, they know what they are doing. So I think to understand, Tinubu should be careful when he get to this kind of statement coming from people, considering the position of that man before now. So I know Bola Tinubu might have done one or two things to favor them in that respect. But would that actually transmit to victory for Bola Tinubu 2027?
Does it mean the ADC does not have credible candidates?
In this amphitheater,
If you
you see a lot of dynamics come to the fore. It's not that ADC does not have. Why the frenetic move by APC in attacking whatever result or whatever result that they see that the ADC as a coalition party is trying to trying to do. But when you look at everything, I've said it before, propaganda is a tool in the political firmament. You can either use it negatively or positively. But I also want to draw your attention to one thing. That Tinubu, I did mention on this same platform that Tinubu-nomics is a curriculum. It's a course that should be embedded in our tertiary institution curriculum, because he knows how to go about his things and how to get it. But irrespective of whatever praise one could give to him in that regard, but that one does not mean that the reality on ground is in favor of him. But one thing I kept on saying, and I will keep on saying, is that whenever politics come to the fore, the posters are there. The reality is staring us in the face. I want to believe whatever Bago, whatever his name, whatever he has said, I want to believe that he's just saying it according to his own interest. It does not represent in any measure the collective yearnings of the larger populace. And moreover, when we are talking about politics has always been predicated on numericals. It is the number that speaks, not any other way. And we want to see how he pans out, how he has been able to up his ante in the dynamics of political waters.
Let's quickly move down to Soludo's comments that he's been friends with President Bola Tinubu for 22 years, and that's why he's giving him his support. But is this support supposed to be happening in our politics.
No, if you look at Soludo, a little, I'm a bit disappointed with his style of leadership.
Should it be a basis for political support?
I don't think so. It shouldn't be. What happens to the governor of Abia State in OT?
They be friends too.
They are friends right from the time when he was the MD of Diamond Bank and all that. They do things together. But when it comes to issue of governance as a government, as a governor, I think that friendship issue should not be factored into making such unbelievable statement. I think it was countered by the former governor of in Anambra State, Chris Ngige, who put it out to him that it's quite unfortunate that he found himself as the governor of Anambra State. And Soludo, to an extent, has become a disaster, in terms of what we believed, then as an intellectual, that when he steps in, he will be able to transform Anambra to the surprise of many watchers or observers, or analysts who are looking up to him as at that time to be quite different, at least to show character and leadership. But unfortunately, he has brought more chaos to the people of Anambra. Soludo is a total disappointment. I can tell you that in all ramifications. You see, go and see what is happening in Anambra now. That is total breakdown of law and order. Look at that fish magnet, that young man that was killed. Up to now, nothing is being said. He's only seeking for a way to please Bola Tinubu to the extent that he instructed his followers. Now, none of them should wear Odumegwu Ojukwu's uniform while receiving to. I don't know what is wrong with. That's why they said. He said Yar'Adua brought him. Yar'Adua family promised him governor, and you can see that's the kind of thing we face on daily basis. Look at the whole governor saying that Yar'Adua family promised him governor, and for that reason they have fulfilled it. That is also a Fulani governor in the east. There's no two ways about it. So for him to come out now and say, you are not the only. Am I not a friend to Bola Tinubu? Even though I'm in Lagos, he doesn't know me, but we are friends. I cannot claim that we are enemies. But on the reality on ground, I can't come out and be making that kind of statement. But from the look of things, it looks as if his interest is being protected, and that's why he's sounding like that. Who else is going to be like the governor of Abia State, Alex Oti? Even with the mounting pressure, the Benjamin, the deputy speaker of House of Representatives, this man, I don't even want to mention his name, that is talking. I don't know whether some of them should be taken to psychiatric hospital for proper examination. Odzokalo, they went to Abia State and mounted pressure on him. And he told them very clearly, I know Tinubu, we have been friends for long, but this one, I disagree. For now.
It's not what's happening.
And that's the way it is. And he knows anytime he tries to move out from where he is to APC, that's the end of his political career in Abia State. And Alex Oti needs to be careful, and I think he's working towards that direction. You can see how funny some of these governors have just become, simply because Tinubu has put enough money in their hands, and at every point in time, they can throw any kind of jargon at that. But anyway, just like what we saw during Jonathan, how many governors declare support for Jonathan? At the end of the day, none of them were able to, deliver their polling unit. But there was something we must understand at this point in time. Tinubu is losing ground, grassroots support on daily basis. You can go and fact check. Not because of anything, but because how do you now measure his government when almost 130 million Nigerians has been thrown back to poverty? Look at what Aisha Yusuf was saying. There's no middle class anymore. But you saw what somebody built in Oyo State, or you understand? In less than, I think Sahara Reporter carried that report. That man built that kind of mansion in less than 2 years. So what are we talking about? That's the nature of APC government, and that's the nature we find themselves at this point in time. Nigerians are still mourning what happened in 2023, and hopefully, if those who call themselves, who have been recycling themselves within the leadership circle of this country since 1960 to date, they are still there. But we do not have any option than to look at them at every phase and be able to interpret or feast on how they are paddling their political interests and also the national interests at the end of the day.
Thank you so much, Oyinza. I'm still coming back to you. The display of, I'm talking about public display of loyalty and support for President Bola Tinubu for 2027 sign, I don't know, sign of misplaced priority.
You see,
especially from these governors.
You see the governors. Well, one question that we need to ask ourselves: in their respective states, have they really delivered the dividend of democracy? If they are delivered, then I believe it will be a function of followership, greater number of followership. If they have not delivered, then the president at the center is cutting them. Is cutting people that are not going to add value to his whatever political goal. That's what it means. Soludo, before even assume office as governor of Anambra State, I used to look at him that when he had sway as the governor of Central Bank, I see him as somebody who is a technocrat by excellence. And I was thinking that if he should come into a larger picture of governance, he will translate that to good governing. But as of today, he has also joined the fray of people that sing, people that have not really brought a good governance to the largest society. And I'm afraid if such personality is being added as again to the all rulings progress, as again, I believe that they should go to the drawing board and think twice, because you can see before the now we know happenings in Anambra State, people that were being killed, maimed. What has been the duty of his government under his watch to see that the perpetrators of those that started the act are being brought to book. These are some of the things. I believe that leadership is about is about trust, and power is about. Leadership is about service. Power is about trust. When you cannot weigh these two indices of governance rightly, then you don't have any business being taken seriously.
All right, still all about governors' support for President Bola Tinubu ahead of the 2027 presidential election. We need to quickly rush down to the comment section to see what our viewers are saying concerning what we are discussing at this time. Still, City Stand, please make sure you share, like, subscribe. If you're watching for the first time, subscribe, share, and like. Your comments are needed in the comment section. Let us see your own views. Let's get your views concerning what we are discussing this morning. Let me move down to Stephen Ife. Stephen Ife Soludo is a nobody in Igbo land. He was there in Anambra during 2023 election, yet Peter Obi won massively. Oh yes, you heard what this person said? Soludo is a nobody in Igbo land. He was there in Anambra in 2023 election, that's 2023 election, yet Peter Obi won massively, which means his support for President Bola Tinubu as regards 2027 election will make no sense. That's what Stephen is saying. The people will still vote the right person,
of course,
in Anambra State. All right, we move down to Merciful God. Was he responding to Antnam there? Merciful God. Okay, I move to another person. Antnam. Yahya Ahmed in APC is dragged to jail by EFCC. I think they are making them cough out the money rather than jailing them. Wow. Look at the angle in which Antnam has picked this issue. Yahya Bello, it's been dragged, by EFCC. So it's not all about EFCC pursuing or tracking the opposition. It's all about getting back the money they've embezzled. All right, or looted. Moving on to Antman again. Okay, before that, merciful God, guy smiles at Chinedu. Who is smiling at? Only God knows why he has written this. All right, we move on to Antman again. Jagaban is giving these governors so much money. Even the opposition governors are working for his re-election. Look at what Antman said. Jagaban is giving these governors so much money. Even the opposition governors are working for his re-election. But is the money Jagaban is giving them impacting the lives of the masses?
Mike, I think that's a very sensitive question that needs to be feasted on very well, so that we're able to dismantle it and look deeply.
Yes,
you know,
where is the evidence
of the money. You understand? But that's why I said that. I still remember when it looks as if Nigeria has sanity, politically, in terms of leadership, when Obasanjo came into power, and I cannot forget that era where two anti-corrupt institutions were established, the ICPC and of course the EFCC, and they were trying to prove a point. And Nuhu Ribadu, who happens to be, I think, should be the first EFCC chairman then, was asked to carry out a thorough auditing of misappropriation of funds, and it was discovered that the money they have looted in Nigeria is enough to transform Africa. But go and see, if you are closer, if you have the opportunity to be closer to these people, some of those followers or loyalists or PAs or personal assistants or even people where they sew clothes for them or where they buy shoes for them, where they put earring for their head and their wife. Go and look at them. They are all billionaires. Like, I'm telling you the truth. They are all billionaires. Imagine a situation for you to sew one particular cloth where fella tell us and tell us the swam. Not because they cut them. I tell us the swam. One person will be charging 500 to 1 million naira to sew one particular cloth. And, do you understand what I'm saying? So they have enough to throw around.
Enough.
They have enough. Then they will tell you, they will look at somebody who is a pensioner who has served Nigeria for years, and they will keep him under the sun for more than 30 months, no money for them. My father worked in the civil service, and when it was time for him to collect the pension, or come and look at that stress he went through under Theodoji of Anambra State. Which other guy there? Just like that. Then you begin to wonder upon all this money being allocated. Okay, look at, they did a calculation. The money they have allocated to Southeast region for infrastructure and development has run into trillions of naira since 1999 to date. And this present administration now, the subsidy, whether there's subsidy, we don't know. All the money they're taxing, phone, umbrella, anything where we touch. Ordinary pure water, Tinubu is collecting money from us. And what does he do with it? He's settling these governors, hoping that they will, at the end of the day, they will give him second term. But let us watch and see. Nigerians, are already enveloped. That decision will be unveiled on the day of election. And hopefully, by God's grace, by 12 noon, he's back to Osun State or Bodilum.
Oh, yes. You mean it?
Yeah, but see,
I hope Nigerians to mean business this time around.
Yes,
Your vote alone cannot speak.
My vote cannot
speak for over 400 million people.
Yes, it cannot speak. Actually, I agree.
It will count. It cannot speak for over 200 million people.
Whether it counts, there's something that will make it legit. And what will make it legit, legal, is, of course, I wish that these are the era of Fela Kuti, the likes of Ghanaian Fayemi them, and all the powerful human rights activists. We don't have them anymore. We don't have them. Because most of them now has, been corrupted. Imagine a situation where INEC is manipulating the sensibility of Nigerians. But there's no hope. So it's purely struggle, and one just being hopeful that maybe one day, like Nigerians go to church and pray, God, oh God, I beg. Maybe one day something somehow, either by omission or commission, hook or crook, miraculously, somebody with sanity and integrity, capacity, will find into the position of leadership. Who is prepared, just like what you are seeing in Burkina Faso today? Who is prepared, just like what you are seeing in Mali today, to stand against this imperialism and checkmate the excesses of bad governance and leadership? APC is a threat to Nigerians.
Okay, I'm still coming back to you. According to Antnam, the governors are getting allocations, enough money, from the president. It's obvious that they are living fat and large, But is it affecting the lives of the masses positively?
If it's affecting the life of the masses, you and I will know. We are part of that group. We are part of that group, the masses, called the masses. But I don't think, because just yesterday I went to Ogun State here by Station Lambert side. I knew how much I paid in transportation. Something that it doesn't take me less than 1,000 naira to go there and come back. But I'm not using close to 5,000 naira to go and come back to Ogba. Then you begin to wonder, if you continue to cough that on a daily basis, how much is your take home? How much do you take? How much income is available for you to use? So when you look at all these things, the governors, they continue to get richer. Before now, we used to have the rich, the middle class, and the poor. But now, the middle class, they are not existent. It has been wiped out of that pecking order. And there is this crevice between the rich and the poor. You understand? And the very poor. And when you look at everything, our Nigerians are just living because every day, every Nigerian will wake up just feed his tummy. Either what is being fed on, what he fed on is nutritious or not, just to have something in that tank and keep going. That has been but that is why you see that even an average Nigerian cannot even think well. Now, the governors, they have at their disposal humongous money, but they are not using it for the betterment of the citizen or the state where they govern. And that is why it is even a shame of a nation how much money is being cutted by all these governors that is not translating to realistic provisions of development. And it's a far cry to what we used to have in the days of the yore as compared to now. And when you look at the dynamics now, there is no excitement. And there is a word that said that if one is properly motivated, it will kindle your investment, your excitement, and it will fuel your gusto. And that is what it's all about. But when you are seeing the opposite, the contrast, then you begin to wonder. That is where you see all manners of behavior in this country. And a case in recent time is that one, that somebody who ought to be a very good ambassador to this country, even resorted to bizarre way of flying in an aircraft. And we live in a global village. You can see whatever happens in Kanuri or in Ogba is being seen across the globe. That's why you can see that all this pettiness, all these absurdities will continue to come to the fore, because every indices of a right governance is not there.
All right, I think this viewer, Tinubu is trying to advise us in the country. All right, let's just see what he's trying to say here. My Nigerian brothers and sisters, please be patient. Ashwaju is laying the foundation for a solid future for our country.
Okay, let me respond to that.
Patience.
Okay,
Oh, yes.
let me respond to that. Yes, without the gospel of our Lord Jesus Christ, we wouldn't be here. And God has a reason of establishing, hope in terms of church in all ramifications in Nigeria. Maybe we would have, been at each other's throats by now for years, yeah, because that's what is supposed to be. Revolution on daily basis. Who is telling you this, and how do you want us to factor this when you are watching your loved ones being killed in Benue, being killed? Some are starving. Our women have turned to prostitutes overnight. Homes are being broken. There's no morals within, decades everywhere. Look at what Fashola said. We are praising him. He did this. What did he do in Lagos State?
What did Fashola do?
What did Bola Tinubu did? What foundation did he lay in Lagos State apart from this LUCDA for political interest? That's the only thing.
According to people, he laid the foundation of Fashola and
Yes, Lagos State started breathing under Fashola.
started breathing.
Yes, started
Not
breathing up to Tinubu because it's a son with a sound mind. He is independent of his own, responsible for of his leadership. That's what we saw, the background of transformation under Fashola. You are telling me hope is part of life. Even if we don't see it, we continue to hope that all will be well. But I hope you can go there and tell a very hungry man that he should not feel hungry and watch the reaction.
Yeah, all will be well, and I hope all is well. One of our viewers is watching the program as we speak. All right, to merciful God, listen to the governor of Niger State yesterday. Okay, he said he listened to the governor of Niger State yesterday, Bago, who has declared himself DJ campaign for Tinubu. Ahead of 2027 election, we move down to Antnam. One state Jagaban is guaranteed to win in Niger State. The people love Jagaban and the governor. Same thing as Benue. The opposition are in disarray. This is not how APC took power. They were ready. Governor of Niger State is Jagaban's son, and Jagaban is his father. This is still coming from Antnam. Antnam goes on by saying Governor Otis to support Jagaban. All of them support him. The money they are collecting, they have never seen it before. None of them have an excuse to fail.
Can I respond to that? You see, there is a saying that says that talk can only be cheap in the mouth of a person whose yam has been roasted for him by the gods. I think the governors that have humongous money at their disposal, they already have their yam being roasted for them by the gods, who is Jagaban. And I believe that they cannot act less without being supportive of his cause, because they are already eating from that pot. You understand? But you and I, we are being left out. That is why I will also raise an hashtag here. They don't really care about us. Hashtag, they don't really care about us. You understand? Because if they do, I don't think you and I will be crying that things are very, very hard. It is who that wear the shoes that knows where it pinches. And that's the way.
All right, we'll move down to Nnamdi Obuzo. All right, Nnamdi says, all I know, I can tell you wholeheartedly that it is only family and friends who vote for Tinubu. Nobody will vote Tinubu, only family and friends. Philippines, okay, that Niger boy watching from Philippines, thank you so much. We appreciate your presence this morning at the stand with us. Go on, Abdul. Soludo has only one vote to cast.
Yes.
People of Anambra will decide 2027. He has only one vote to cast. People of Anambra will decide 2027. All right, Idinobu, it's a shame that Igbos are killing Igbos all over the southeast, and we are here blaming Soludo. The man Soludo couldn't perform for almost 2 years until recent times. Ken, why is Obi very silent on condemning evil in Igbo land? Just asking for a friend. Why is Obi very silent on condemning evil in Igbo land? This is coming from Ken, and we have that Niger boy saying why why are you hating Obi and supporting the monsters that put you in poverty? Moving on to Kingsley Ifeanyi, a Menike. Good morning to everyone.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. A Menike Ifeanyi. Thank you for joining us. What mansion? This is anthem on this. What mansion can you build like that in 2 years? Minister Adelabu was a billionaire before he became close, or before he came close to politics. This is how you people find yourselves in Kirikiri.
Okay, let me just put it very clearly. At this point in time, he was a billionaire, and what was his jurisdiction? What kind of job does he do? And you cannot know more than Sahara Reporter, because what I quoted here was a report, carried out by Sahara Reporter, that building, that house, was built within 2 years. So let us leave it there. Then on the issue that has to do with Tinubu empowering governors, my brother, if Tinubu is actually empowering governors and they are very reasonable and sensitive themselves, wouldn't it be okay for them to now put that money into use? I want to see every state in Nigeria, governors investing massively in agriculture. But do you know what? Almost all the 36 governors in Nigeria have presidential ambition. And the only way they can attain that height is to steal. Most of them keep that money in the bank for interest. At the end of the day, if there's no traces at all, disappear. And that's the end of it. And they all know that that's the game they play. Everybody knows that's the game. That's how it works. You become a billionaire overnight. Okay. You are stealing. You're not a businessman. You don't have any office. You are stealing. You are a criminal. You don't have a factory. What do they have? What do they have? They build hotels where they will go and load and plan how to loot Nigeria. Is that what? How many of them can invest massively in agriculture, in farming, in their respective states, in their local in their respective local government? Why is it that we have not had anything about local government autonomy up to this moment? These things are actually mysterious. Why? You become a big man at the expense of ordinary Nigerians. So it's okay.
Let me just say something. You see, even though before Ashwaju took over, he said something that he's going to continue from where his former predecessor stopped. And you also recall that then we used to have what is called this rice pyramid. And if government is about continuum, what has happened to that project as of the now? It has gone into thin air. Now, secondly, again, I want to believe that that person that says that Adelabu was a billionaire, I want to tell you, before he even he took over appointments as a minister under this administration, he worked with CBN. And no civil servant, no matter, even if you should spend 100 years with the money that you are going to be paid, you cannot assume that's zeros of billions. And I want to correct the impression of the person that wrote that he was already a billionaire to have been able to build such an edifice that he built at Ibadan. And we should not try to rub corruption on the head. We should say it as it is. That alone is a corruption. Instead of crime, such a person should have been brought to book. That is my take.
Thank you, Mr. Vincent Onyezi. I appreciate it. Okay, let's have him first. Yeah, good morning. Jack, come closer.
Good morning.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine. Happy?
All right, sorry.
Okay.
All right. You're welcome.
Fine, man. Yeah. How are you doing? I'm fine. How's your body? Yeah, we thank God. Okay. How was your night? Today's Wednesday, middle of the week. Thank God. May God bless you people, wherever that you are. Remain blessed. Good morning. Good morning, Mike.
How are you doing, sir?
Fine.
Kule, is it not a shame that the Tinubu administration, I mean, Mr. President, is giving so much to the governors and they are not using it for the betterment of Nigerians? Governors are living large and fat, robust,
Buying
at the
houses.
expense of the masses. The masses, instead of getting rich, they are getting poorer. Is this not a shame?
It's a real shame, and I see all this thing coming. That's why I always direct our grievances. I always tell my people, we citizens, to direct our grievances to our governor. What are they using our money for? I still said it several times that the governors are to be held responsible. They need to be held responsible because they've never had it so good like this regime of this president, that he has a lot of money in his safe for them and he dish out that money to each one of the governors. And I think it's the time for him to set his the red flag for them, to send any one of them to prison, even with their immunity as it is now. There's a way they can just work out that immunity not to be working for them. I think that would do a good thing for us. It will be a good thing for us in Nigeria. We are all crying, we are happy, we are hungry, we are hungry. We are crying, we are hungry. I personally went to Osun to make an investigation about the Nuruddin, what's it called, the governors of Osun State right now, the Adeleke family. One of the Adeleke family that became the governor, that's Nuruddin Adeleke. I went down there, I went to his own state to make inquiry about how is this governor dwelling. I go around the state capital, I engage people. I just want to know, is he dancing alone? This man is dancing. So later, they let me now know that the amount of infrastructure the guys has, bring down to Osun State, and I can tell you wholeheartedly, I got myself wrong because I said this governor, I've not seen what he's doing, but I went there. So how many of us are checkmating our governors? How many of us are putting check on our governors? All is president. We are getting the democracy status wrong, and I always say charity begins at home, and the charity ought to even begin from the local governments. But are we focusing on the local government? Let's assume those ones have been handicapped for a while under the governors, Jakuna. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, they have gotten their freedom now. Now we need to start from the local government, then to the governors. Because the president cannot be everywhere. He has done the needful, to dish out the money, annual allocation they get. And you get the money, you use the money to go and buy sophisticated houses in America. A lot of them are under probe now as it is. So to me, everyone should go and hold his governors responsible instead of complaining that the president is not doing anything. The president cannot just fly from Abuja and distributing money to all the governors, or to be accusing all the governors, what are you doing, and his own governors too under his the APC. He should checkmate them, and the one that needs to be punished, the president should not deem it fit to punish them, because this is not the time for, because it's your name that matters now. It's the president name that matter. So if you allow any governor to tarnish your image, so be it, Mr. President. So much you are doing, the governors are not even letting Nigerians know that you are doing anything because of their excesses. They are.
Yeah, for what I'm saying, say that they should hold the state governors. How can we hold the state governors when we are not in regional government? We don't have the power. When we are in regional government, that is where we have that strong power to hold the governor. But as of now, there's no way. Since when the president are paying, and since when the state are not giving paying to the federal for tax, is the federal are paying. We don't have any that power. Now let us see the reality. If they can stop all this money they are giving to the governors, and the president are giving the governors more strength power and make them to be benefiting, we the masses are not participating on it. They are the one that eat them and growing faster and faster day by day. All those in government expected, that one that benefited on it. Nothing we are getting on it. That's ourselves the reality. And they are using this thing for 2027. That's ourselves the truth. Yeah, I remember former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, he created EFCC to use it to fight corruption into the government. Not those, not the one that is against him. But today, the current president are using EFCC, chasing those who did not support him to have supporters more, and it is not how it's supposed to be.
All right, let's move down to the comment section. I think this is Chima is writing something here. Okay, I can access it now. Okay, all right. Tinubu's actions is what paralyzed the Nigerian economy, not the governors, which means we shouldn't put the blame on the governors, or Tinubu.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Udeze. You spoke well, right? Likewise, I have to make correction on what you said not too long. You see, the issues of the removal of subsidies has been on table for long. All the successive candidates that wanted to be president there, they had to embark on that subsidies for their campaign removal. And I can tell you, the man that hastened to remove the subsidy, he knows what he's doing. Because if he did not do that, the cabal will capitalize on it. And you know, where there's no pain, there's no gain. No pain, no gain. We've been enjoying all this hula baloo subsidy, all of this thing for a while. But what has he brought for us on the table? What has this subsidy, what's it called, brought for us? Subsidizing the petroleum, subsidizing everything. What has he brought to the table? And I think we have to take that bold step. You and I, Mr. Udeze, you have to take that bold step. This is, I mean, a third world country. This is not your hero there.
What bold step should we take?
The bold step we need to take is shiny day will still come, but let's embrace, there will be time for hardship for Nigeria, definitely, because we had it so good. And when we had it so good, we could not manage the economy very well. That was the time of the oil boom, and the oil was really booming then. What happened? We mismanaged it. We mismanage it, and that is the punishment we are facing now. And I can tell you, Nigeria is a prodigal state as it is. You could see all the money everybody is splitting away from the federation account. All the money you could see, even the governors just of recent. Tambua, we're talking of Tambua, you know, about the corruption in the states alone. And somebody standing here and telling me it's not governor you hold, it's not your governor you hold. The president, there are 3 tiers of governance. That's the presidency, right? You talk of the presidents, I'm talking of the rulers as it is now. You talk of the presidents, you talk of the governors, and you talk of the local government, right? And when local government fail to perform their jobs, it will still snowball into hardship for the citizen. When governor fail to perform their job, it's still going to snowball into the hardship. When president fail to perform his job, it's still going to snowball into hardship.
And that's why Udeze is saying that when you see governors that are hardly doing anything with their monthly allocations, but decided to go ahead and give them more money, is that not stupidity? If the governors aren't doing anything, this is still Udeze Chima. If the governors aren't doing anything with the money you are giving them, then reverse it and change formula. That's how an intelligent leader does things.
Yeah, it may be right, likewise, but all of them are in the dragnet of the EFCC now. If it is my governor
how many of them?
Yeah, just so they will be going. They will be going there. They will be going there one by one.
How many of them?
You know how many of them that have bought, you know, mansions that have bought.
Did he jail them?
That is one thing. You see, they have humility. They have humility. Mike, you know they have humility.
Even the ex-governors.
The ex-governors, I think their days are numbered.
How many of them?
What's it called? The one in Kogi. Was he not make a scapegoat? Didn't they make him a scapegoat? He's in prison, but he was in prison for how many days? Some days. So let them even start. Let them even start that way.
Yeah,
so that's the other detention. No, a governor that has been having his no. You know what it takes.
Detention is different. Prison.
You know what it takes for a governor.
Prison is where you will serve for the nation.
You can't serve like that. You have to.
For detention, you cannot serve.
Can you allow me to talk? Sorry.
Yeah, continue.
Let me. You see what? You see, the governors, any governors that they put in detention, it will be as if they put him in a mosquito or your horrible, space. Because what they have been enjoying, that detention will snowball into prison because all of them still have cases. And that is why the Attorney General will have to now rise up and bring up their cases. And you could see what Obasanjo did then. He checkmated them and he did not allow any governor to go scot-free.
Ask your governors about your money, not nobody is coming from Ken.
That is what I've been telling them, especially my brother here.
Have you collected money from your governor?
You see, I don't see.
Have you collected money? Yes or no?
See, I don't need to.
No, since you see the problem. Have you collected money from your governor?
You see the problem.
Have your brother or your sister collected money from your governor? Yes or no?
You see the problem.
Since we should go ask the governor. We should go ask our governor. So have you collected money? Tell us now.
Collect which money? Collect money of market we are selling for him, or which market?
Wait,
let me bring it down, right? You see, as it is,
I am not up or I'm down.
As it is, when you say go and consult your governors, it's all about to monitor the developmental agenda he has for you in that state, in which you are in Lagos now. You have family in the east, and the family in the east, they are the one that will be suffering it because you have your way in Lagos here. Because being a cosmopolitan state, the free trade is there for everybody, right? But in your state, your old woman, your mama, where you live for state,
but you know that we are not in regional government.
The mama, he has to just
Mr. Kule, we are not in regional government.
He has to be checking on him, on her. So the poverty in your region, the poverty in my region will really affect our elder, our fathers, our mothers. That is what we are telling you now. You are not in that state now, but your family are in that state. So the governor should take care of the people in that state for now. Every state, and that's why I said I went to Osun myself to go and see. Majority of you don't travel and investigate.
If we are in regional government, that is where it to be possible. But as of now, it is not possible.
Why won't it be possible?
It is not possible.
Sometimes I laugh. This is from Paul Uche Chukwu. Sometimes I laugh. Tinubu have been in this country. If he's a good manager of wealth, why should he be posting that he is dashing or giving governors money? Yeah, he knows he's like giving monkeys and banana.
You see, is their right. It's under the constitution. You must give allocations, to the governors. Every month, they must collect the allocation to be able to, better their states. So I don't understand where this man is going to, but that money is their right to collect under the constitution. But how they are now using it is what the president now has to look into. If you use the money, the EFCC is waiting for you. That is why they set up the EFCC, anti-corruption agency, that can hold the governor after their immunity, because that's another clause that is affecting us in this country. The immunity the governors have. So all of them now, we don't want immunity. Right from the governors, right from the president, right from the local government. Erase the immunity and let any governor that did not perform well, immediately the courts, the judiciary will take charge and they will send him to where he belongs.
When last did you go to Ivory Coast? This is coming from GOA.
GOA. Okay, thank you. I want to go, but my family, they always come to visit me. My siblings, they come around because one of them is a trader towards that coastal west side. So I'm eager to go because I think Ivory Coast is more, So I will go one of these days, so don't worry. But Nigeria is still my home as it is. My second home is Africa. I love Nigeria. I love Mr. President. I love everybody in this country. Yeah, thank you. Udeze Chima is my friend. I don't need to make friends. Everyone, I love it. I don't need to hate people because God made me to be alive today because of love. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That's really for you. All right, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, our esteemed viewers. May God bless you. Here I come again, Benjamin Johnson Ezesnachi, aka the Biafran Evangelist. Thank God it's a midweek edition. Here we are again. God bless you, all our viewers, and God bless those that are yet to join. Before you come to the air, the greeting, the blessings is already waiting for you. God bless you.
Why this open support for President Bola Tinubu? Bago of Niger State has declared support for him ahead of 2027 election, and he has even made himself the DG for Tinubu's campaign. Soludo yesterday said that he's been friends with Tinubu for 22 years. Why would they support President Bola Tinubu? Let's get
Yes, now everybody, what you are seeing now is everybody campaigning for the bag of the Ghana must go. Of course, everybody want to collect their own slot and their own court. It is the party or is the period and the season of share the money. It doesn't concern Kokaye. Yes, Kokaye. It doesn't matter what the masses are going through. What matters to them is what is within themselves. In Niger State, you and I know what has been going on in Niger State. A local government that in Niger State that I could remember, one of the biggest and the largest Nigerian army barracks has been taken over by Boko Haram. So they are not finding it easy. So everybody is looking for a way of survival to maintain the peace and safety of him and his family, and that's just it. So I'm not surprised if he comes out to become the DJ of Bola Tinubu. Bring the cake. Let's share it.
Is politics of Nigeria of interest or what?
Well, I want to start by saying hello to our esteemed viewers across the globe. It's good to be here again. You see, I would want to say we live in a country where the political class believes that Nigeria is designed to service their interests against us. And that explains why a governor of Niger State, a civil servant state, like Niger State, you understand, can speak in such a manner. This was a state where military base was overrun. Yes. You understand? This was a state where few years down the line, over 7 local governments were taken over by the bandits. You understand? The level of insecurity there is huge, but you could see that a governor will come out to make such a statement. I am not surprised because they have always looked at their interests first above national interest. We are not their priority. And I believe come 2027, it should be an election between us and them. We constitute the majority. All we need is to have the right information. Let it be an election between us and them. If
what?
If that election between we and them is going to be actually based on the factor of the truth. The factor of the truth in a sense that your vote should be counted and notified, not the other way around. Because, to be sincere, many of them that are in power, we never voted for them, but they are the one ruling. We never wish them to be there. We vote them out, but they force themselves in. They force themselves on us, and we can't do anything until we begin to decide who governs us.
But I remember the one that bring before Kenyatta, they had, an electoral reform that gave them, after Kenyatta, the next president that came was really the wish of the people. The wish of the people.
Even in Ghana.
And then
recently now.
I will remember Mahmoud said he wanted to experiment what Kenya did in Nigeria. That was what brought about this electoral vote. This thing that they, gave him that amount of money to run. 2023. Was because I said he wanted to sample what Kenya did. You understand? So I believe if we continue to demand for electoral reform, our problem is that we do not have people in the noble class who will want to commit class suicide to fight for the masses. Like you have people like Mandela, who even though the problem of the country is not affecting them because they are nobles, but they decided to commit class suicide to work for the masses. But in our own case, we hardly can see people from the elite class, committing such a suicide for the interest of the people. What they continue to do is maintain their interest. So long as their interest is not tempered for, they will not talk about government, they will not call for electoral reform, they will never say anything that will benefit the masses. So I think we as a people should take the bull by the horn to continue to demand for electoral reform until we get it. We will continue to be in this problem that we find ourselves.
I have not seen anyone better than Tinubu in ADC, says Wadada. He's talking about the 2027 presidential election. Are you in line with what he said? Is there no one better than Tinubu in ADC?
I disagree.
You disagree?
100%. I disagree. Because you can't say that you did not see anybody. How many of them in that ADC have become the president of Nigeria? Because until you rule or until a position is given to you, that is when we will now know your capability and your ability and your competencies or your lapses or your weaknesses. You understand? So there are many of them in ADC, just like even as P2B is now. You can't take it away from that P2B is not going to do better than Bola Tinubu if he goes there. You can't say that even as Atiku is now, that is not going to do better than Bola Tinubu if he goes there. So using that statement, I disagree. Because moreover, if not that Tinubu is there now, you and I wouldn't know that Tinubu is not capable. We would have believed that Bola Tinubu would have changed Nigeria overnight. You understand? During Jonathan time, many people, even which you can see our brother, what is he called? Oluwawan. It was one of the strong instruments that time championing for Bola Tinubu. But the same person today is crying because he never believed. You understand? So there are many of them in that place. Are you getting it? That can do. I use the word can do better than Bola Tinubu if opportunity is given.
Well, I think people praising singing the praises of Tinubu are people who directly are benefiting. You understand? A situation where you have parochial interest above national interest. Now let's sample the percentage of those who are saying this government is doing well, and then look at the percentage of those who are wailing and crying under this government. You will see that he has performed poorly. It's not about a few people singing your praises. It's about national interest. What have you put in place to alleviate poverty? What have you done that the generality of the masses can say this government has brought succor, has brought relief, has brought development to us? You cannot see that except few people. Okay, like the governors, somebody was saying here. The governors are now getting bigger money. We all know that the reason for this bigger money was so that it will be easier for him 2027. When you don't have what to campaign for, you will want to, score political gain wherever you can get it, like the Super Falconet, the Tigress, and the rest. No, but it's unfortunate, really unfortunate. You understand? So my take is that a leader should consider the interest of the generality of the people, not the few people. That's what a good leader would do. Like to say you are generous as a leader. Tinubu, one thing you always hear people who knows him is that this man is a very generous. I was nobody, he made me what I am. Is that what you need as a president? What you need as a president is somebody who can transform the country, who can create an enabling environment where I do not need to know him before I can become what I want to become. If there's an environment where I can thrive in whatever that I do, I don't need to know him, but he made it possible using his ingenuity, his intelligence, his ability to make life easier for the people, to create that. You understand? Not to just make few people that you know directly, your friends, richer, and then somebody will say, I don't think that translates to me.
All right, try these people with money, you will see the other side of them. This is merciful God.
Merciful God, no, it's not everybody. Yes, it's not everybody.
That can be bought.
That can be, yes, sure. Yes. I could remember during the campaign of local government of Odumbaku's son, Shegun.
In Lagos here.
In Lagos here. In Ogba here, we sat down together at Irebawa. We told him clearly, you see that rapper that you people used to bring to come and share, we don't want it. You see all those things, we don't, you see all those rights. Even that day, cook, we refuse. You said we don't.
You refuse. Okay? Let me tell you. You don't say what you don't know. You don't say what you don't know.
I said,
hello, my friend. Thank God I'm here. Okay? Listen to me. I was the observer. Okay?
Where did we hold the
listen to me,
meeting?
my friend. I was the observer in this concluded local government.
I'm not
election.
saying
Hold
now.
on.
I
Hold
said
on.
when
Hold
he
on.
came.
Why are you to even tell the executive chairman that you keep your rights? Keep this.
We told him
Where were
at
you
Irebawa under, excuse
work
me,
plant
in
to-
Orile. He got, Baba,
My brother,
hello,
see
if
me,
you don't know Shege,
I don't like
if
this kind of
you
lie
don't
on the
know
media
Shege,
because there are things I wouldn't
go
want
to Irebawa, Baba, excuse me, go to Irebawa. If you think I am lying, if you think I am, he came, he sat down together with us.
With you, how many of you?
Shege,
How many
not
of you?
only me.
How many of you?
Did I say
I should be calling the name.
I said go and do your findings. Stop doing all this your propaganda. I said go and Irebawa, go to Orile.
Don't pollute the
Excuse
listeners
me.
with fake information. Don't
Go
pollute
and
their
ask.
ear with
Go to
fake
Irebawa. Go
and
to Irebawa. I'm
information.
speaking to you
Don't
now.
pollute their
Ask who is Orile. Ask of Orile. Ask of Orile. Ask of George. What are you telling me? Because it was in Orile compound that we hold the meeting. That was where he came to meet us. Yes. Irebawa. You understand me? I am not telling you what I am. Okay, go to Babatu bus stop, number 1 Ali Street, to go and ask them about Alpha Washu Masheka. Go and ask him, because me and him, we are the people, we are there. I don't speak what I am not sure. You understand me? So we all gathered and we told him clearly, of which today, if you know Irebawa very well, go Irebawa today. He have died Irebawa. Because it's part of the things that we put in place. All these things, these are the things we need. You understand? Not this rapper and co whatsoever. And which he promised, and of which he did it. Is he here? He's not here, but he did it. I'm saying what he did because we told him this is what we want, and he gave it to us.
All right, thank you so much, Biafra Pastor. I really appreciate you. Thank you. You wait for me after the program. We need to go this morning. We've been here for over 2 hours. I'm not making a mistake. We say thank you for joining us this morning. There's a Chima. I appreciate you. And now, merciful God. So, Abiodun, Mr. Mike, you can allow Adebayo speak. Okay, thank you, Mr. Abiodun, for that. Anthony Dilichuku also joined us. And what he's saying here, all these APD supporters always disgraceful themselves. Okay, thank you, Anthony Dilichuku, for joining us this morning. GOA also joined us, so contributed on the platform. Okay, we appreciate you. Jacob and Deji, all the way from United States of America, that's New Jersey. He also joined us this morning. We have Udeji Chima, the chief. He's joined us. Big T Prince, Odunlade Taiwo, joined us, but he didn't comment in the comment section. He, as of the time, he messaged me, he chatted me up, he's on his way out of United Kingdom. Thank you for letting me know that, Odunlade Taiwo. All right, Patience, Ide Mudia, we appreciate you. Patience also joined us this morning. We have Gladys Oyabo, Omoregbe, Ibiloba, all the way from Spain and the likes. We appreciate all the viewers. We'll be back here tomorrow for another exciting and interesting package. Thank you so much. We appreciate all of you. Okay, Abiodun is representing Sydney. Thank you so much for joining us all the way from Sydney. You have a pastor? We appreciate you. But before you go, can you make that house issue known again to people? We have less than how many months now?
1 year, 1 month.
Thank God, 1 year.
1 month. 1 month. We are already on August. It's next month now. That is that they are giving to me to quit the house. You understand? So I need your kind gesture support so that I can as well leave the premises, because even the landlord issue, I told you, the former landlord that collected the money and ran away, the DPO is even aware of it. Because Ogba DPO here, I've already reported the case, not that I'm just, you understand, but the man is nowhere to be found. You see all these things, so, and that I can't go and be dragging with somebody that, you know, when you buy a property, you like to do 1 or 2 things, it's your property, you understand, so I don't need your support, and God will bless you, and God will bless those of you that have already shown me the kind gesture, the support, like Baba K, Mrs. Tina, and Andrew Gujimi, and Robert Uche. May God bless you all. May God bless you.
All right, I'm not supposed to be doing this on air, but we just need you to come to his rescue, come to his aid at this point in time. He needs everyone's help. He needs everyone's help. Please let us attend to his plight. Let us see to what he has just tendered onto us now. Okay, basically God says we will do something this week, and we need to say thank you to Merciful God.
Thank you,
City
sir.
Stand is telling you thank you, Merciful God.
Thank you. The Afran evangelist is saying thank you. Yeah, thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Just less than a month to go. He needs our help on the platform. I'll also be extending love to you too.
God bless you.
I know them much too.
I understand. You have been there for me anyway. You know, most of the times when I used to come and rally around, you understand. So don't worry, I understand. Yeah.
So I know some people will still do something before the month ends, and I really appreciate all of you for your unwavering support on the platform on a daily basis, every day. So thank you. We are grateful. We are very, very grateful. All of you. If you are watching for the first time, please subscribe to the channel. Subscribe. Let people know what is going on at this time. And also join us on other social media handles, any social media handles. Join us there. Peter Sunday, watching from Japan. We appreciate you. Thank you all the way from Japan.
All the way from Japan.
Thank you so much. We appreciate it. And for people that have been asking for my number, let me call the number. It is 091 27 42 0575. 091 27 42 0575. I repeat, last time, 091 27 42 0575. That's my phone number. Thank you so much, all. We'll be back here tomorrow. Goodbye. See you. Yeah.